This is it. We're finally saying goodbye to over 20 years worth of Kamen Rider from the Heisei era by ushering in Gyo, the final rider to begin within this era before it ends next year. And I thought it would be fun to do a video on some of the hidden elements and things you may have missed in the first episode, because trust me, this episode is packed with many things. So here are 5 of my favorite things that you may have missed. Number 5. The design of Gyo is very basic, but there are some subtle hidden elements all around it. Like the watch face, get it, reads Rida, but much like the 10th Rider Decade, whose body had a large X on it, a Roman numeral for 10, the hands on Gyo's face read 1010, a subtle hint to the overall 20th Rider in this era. Beyond the obvious similarities between Gyo and Decade's storylines, there are a few more you may have overlooked, like how Gyo is the first rider since Decade not to have another name for his base form, or even the previous season's cast showing up in the first episode. Number 4. This one may only be because I'm watching Kuga right now, but in Kuga, Godai Yusuke, the main character, goes about modifying his own clothes to showcase his brand as Kuga. The most notable one is on the back neck of his jacket. So who in this show shares that affinity of brands? Gaze. The next part isn't exactly a correlation, but one hiding in plain sight. Now this was originally posted on 4chan under Mecha, and it shows Oma Gyo's visor has a very curious shape. And of course, this is traced back to the original villain group of the original shows, Shocker. I wonder where this will all go, or if it's just a nice little nod to the past, which is easy to nod to since it's on his face. Never mind. Number 3. Gyo's synopsis reminded me of a certain favorite film franchise of mine upon reading, and seeing it makes it even more clear that they have made a Terminator-based Kamen Rider.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the Terminator.
But instead of Kyle Reese going back to save Sarah, it's Sarah going back to save John, trying to protect him from Reese. Whatever, it makes sense in my mind, but it's totally cool. One more nice nod to another time-traveling series is Back to the Future, with Tsukuyomi's money tablet. I mean, beats lugging around an entire briefcase of petty cash.
Have to be prepared for all monetary possibilities. Get yourself some 50s clothes.
Check that.
And this last one may be reaching a bit, but it's such a striking visual in the opening that it immediately caught my attention. Does this remind you of anything? For me, this is another time travel-filled movie reference of Donnie Darko. In the movie, there are these bulbous paths illustrating our paths, and we are simply on them without a way to deviate, much like our main riders seem to be. Number 2. This one is a blink and you'll miss it, but when Sogo is taken back to 2017, he first crashes into a wall. Not just any wall, the Sky Wall. This is ideally to key viewers into what is to follow with the appearance of Build and Cross C, but does it also foreshadow that there is no way to reach our series end Sento? Since if you've seen the ending of Build, this would indicate that he is unreachable in the new world, because time machines can only travel back in time. They can't go to different dimensions or universes. But I don't think Toei cares too much, and we'll still probably see the series end versions because, well, this show is for kids. Number 1. And finally, my favorite part of the episode was to see what Gyo's fight catchphrase and pose would be. And I wasn't disappointed. He grabs onto the side of his head, the only side with a crown on it, and appears to wind it before battle. I would also like to mention that this is indeed called a crown, so technically he already is a king. Guys, please don't go. Come on, it wasn't that bad of a joke. Okay, what if I have one more for you, huh? Huh? Okay, come on. Alright, here's one bonus one. So the very end of the episode shows us all the toy gimmicks, ride watches, our heroes will obtain over the course of the show. However, there were only 18. And obviously Gyo's is missing, so who else is absent here? You guessed it, Decade. What could this mean? Let me know your thoughts down below, or if you want to see more of these types of videos, and be sure to click that Kuga mark of approval to like this video. I'm sorry for the absence recently, but I should be back and going very soon again here, so please be patient. If this is your first time on my channel, I have some other fun videos you may enjoy, like my How to Adapt series, where I discuss how I would go about adapting Go Busters, or maybe even watch some honest toku trailers. Well hey, till next time, Also, Toei, this is not how dinosaurs sound.